Temptation is more than the urge to do wrong. It's that quiet moment when desire steps into the room and looks your purpose in the eye. It's the whisper that tests whether desire or discipline rules the heart. I'm Thomas E. Cunningham, and tonight on The Eve Effect, we're talking about how God-given desires can fall into dangerous cravings. What if I told you that your biggest temptation isn't for something bad, but for something good, at the wrong time, through the wrong method, or as the wrong priority? Because the problem isn't always what you want. Sometimes the problem is how you're trying to get it. And if you ever destroy something beautiful by wanting it too much or too soon, this conversation is for you. Stay right here. And your own. I'm Thomas E. Cunningham, pastor, author of If Only Eve Would Talk, and a Christian life coach. And this podcast is all about honest, real conversation, not sermons, conversations sparked by Eve's story in Genesis chapter 3 and what it stirs up in us. So whether you've been walking with God for years, you're new to the faith, or just curious, you're welcome at the table. Looking at our question tonight, do you think people get into more trouble chasing bad things or chasing good things at the wrong time, in the wrong way, or with the wrong priority? Let me see who's here at the table. Drop a fire and your answer in the chat. Let's see who's at the table, who's sitting at the table tonight. Welcome to The Eve Effect. Do you think people get into more trouble chasing bad things or good things at the wrong time, in the wrong way, or with the wrong priority? Give me a fire and your answer. Type bad or good. Bad things or good things. All right, it's good to see some of you all back. I see Big Dog is back. I see Robert is back. Daria, Love, I see. All right, it's my opinion. CC is back. Good. It's good to see you all. Welcome back to the table. So our answer, I see, is some say bad, some say good. But let's look at that. Do you think people get into more trouble chasing bad things or chasing good things, but at the wrong time, the wrong way, and with the wrong priority? Okay. I'm seeing some of the answers here. For decades, I've been helping people untangle their desires from their destruction. And we're tackling something that confuses a lot of people. How can something good become something destructive? How can something good become something destructive? Here's the truth most miss. The enemy doesn't usually tempt you with evil. That will be too obvious because you will recognize it and run. But instead, he tempts you with good. It's just twisted slightly out of alignment with God's design. So he's not tempting you with something evil. He's tempting you with something good. But it's slightly out of alignment with God's design. And what he does is he whispers a God-given desire in the wrong way, at the wrong time, or in the wrong moment. He'll say, just go ahead, or get it now, or get it your way. Make this your everything. And before you know it, you've destroyed your life pursuing something that God actually gave you the capacity to want. Let me know you're at the table. Let me know that you are at the table. Give me a thumbs up. Drop a thumbs up. Let me know you're at the table. All right, I see some of the answers. Let's look at an example here. Let's say someone has a desire to be successful. Now, success isn't bad. Ambition isn't sin. Wanting to provide for yourself or your family is a good thing. But in the example, this individual wanted success so badly and wanted it now that he sacrificed his marriage, his health, and his relationship with his kids to get it. And then years later, he had the title he wanted, but no one to share it with. So the desire wasn't wrong. The way he pursued it destroyed him. And that's what we're talking about tonight. God gives you desires, but he expects you to control them wisely. He doesn't expect you not to kill them, not deny them, but control them and pursue them the right way at the right time through the right methods with the right priorities. So before we dive into Eve's story, I want you to think about something you want right away. Something you want right away. Something you want now. Something you've been pursuing or craving or thinking about. It might be a relationship. It may be financial security. It may be body transformation. It might be a career success. It could be inner peace or wanting to feel valued by others. Now, here's my question. Is that desire good or bad? You tell me, is that desire good or bad? Wanting success, wanting to look good and healthy, wanting a relationship, wanting financial security, wanting to feel valued by others, is that a good desire or a bad desire? All right, some say 50-50. All right. Someone said depends. Is that a good desire or a bad desire? Wanting to just be successful in life, wanting to have money, wanting to have a relationship, wanting to look good. Is that a good desire or a bad desire? Most of us will say it's good. Now, let me help you out. These aren't sinful desires. They're not, you're not wanting to hurt anyone. And you're right. Most of your desires are good. Want a relationship? That's normal. God created you for connection. Wanting financial security? That's wisdom. In fact, Proverbs talks about planning and provision. Wanting to feel value? That's human. We all like to be seen and loved. But here's the thing we want to look at in Genesis chapter 3. Eve wanted wisdom. That wasn't wrong, because God made her curious and intelligent. Eve's problem was how she pursued wisdom. She wanted the right thing the wrong way. And that's where good desires go wrong. She pursued wisdom through disobedience. And that destroyed everything. Same desire, wrong method. Same desire. Was nothing wrong with the desire. It was how she went about obtaining it. All right, don't leave the table. Stay with me. Stay with me. Somebody just type in, stay at the table. Just stay at the table. I got a quick poll for you. Just want to make sure that you don't get up from the table. Someone just tell someone, stay at the table. I have a quick poll for you. Have you ever pursued something good in a way that ended up hurting you? Type yes or no or guilty. Have you ever pursued something that was good in a way that ended up hurting you? Type yes, no, or guilty. Yes, no, or guilty. All right, someone said for sure. Yes, no. I thought it was good. All right, JB said, I thought it was good. Have you ever pursued something good in a way that ended up hurting you? Yes, no, or guilty. Ended up hurting you. Yes. All right, Brother Robert.
Come on, man.
All right, let's go. We at the table.
Man.
But those who are honestly answering, you pursue something good, but in a way, it ended up hurting you. We've all been there. We've all wanted something God gave us permission to want, but went about it the wrong way. And tonight we're going to figure out how to stop doing that. How do we stop doing that? Because this is what I've learned and what I've seen, that the desire is okay. It's how we're going about fulfilling that desire, the methods, the timing, and the priority. Because it was nothing wrong with Eve wanting wisdom. It was just how she went about getting it. She got wisdom through disobedience. All right, let's go back to Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. I like that special effect, that sound effect. We're going back to Genesis chapter 3, looking at Eve's desire. Genesis chapter 3, Eve's desire. Here's what the scripture says. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes, which means it was desirable and to make one wise. We can stop right there. When the woman saw that the tree was good for food and that it was pleasant to the eyes and desirable and to make one wise, stop. Did you catch that? Eve wanted wisdom. And here's what's critical. Wanting wisdom isn't wrong, because Proverbs says the beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. That's what Proverbs says. So God wants you to be wise. He designed you and I to learn, to grow, and understand. So Eve's desire wasn't the problem. The problem was how she tried to get it. She wanted wisdom through disobedience instead of trust. She wanted it now instead of in God's timing. She wanted it her way instead of God's way. And that's where good desires become destructive. So it's not chasing bad things, chasing good things, but at the wrong time, in the wrong way, with the wrong priority. She wanted wisdom, but she wanted it through disobedience. So let's not look at it in a twisted way. Those are good desires that went wrong. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be successful. It's nothing wrong with wanting to be in a relationship. It's nothing wrong with wanting to look good. It's the methods, it's the timing, it's the priority of it. And looking at Genesis chapter 3, God gave her that desire to be intelligent and to have wisdom. She just went about it the wrong way. Are you still with me at the table? Give me a thumbs up. If you're still with me tonight, give me a thumbs up to let me know that you're still here. Okay. Someone said, that's true, sir. I like that. Eve wanted wisdom. It was nothing wrong with that. God made her curious and God made her intelligent. Her problem was how she pursued wisdom. And that's where good desires can go wrong. And we've all been there. We all wanted something God gave us permission to want, but we went about it the wrong way. We used the wrong method. and the priority was wrong. I see some thumbs up still at the table. Don't leave the table. This is the Eve Effect. We are here, open, judgment-free zone. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to the channel. We come, we talk about a topic that all of us face in life. So whether you've been walking with the Lord for a long time, whether you're new in your walk with the Lord, or if you're just curious, you're welcome at the table. This is the discussion that we all need to take a look at and talk about. So I see some thumbs up. All right. I want to break it down in 3 ways how good desires become destructive. So you can catch yourself before you destroy what God intended to be good. One is wrong timing. That's the first thing. Wrong timing. Wrong timing. Wrong timing. The wrong timing. I want it now instead of waiting. Number 1, wrong timing. Impatience always costs you. God's timing isn't cruelty, it's preparation. But if you cut corners, if you step on people or sacrifice yourself or family to get there sooner, you'll arrive there, but you'll arrive there empty. Wrong timing. Good desire, wrong timing. Okay, here's a question I can ask at the table. While we're talking about wrong timing, where in your life are you rushing something that you think God is asking you to wait for? You can type relationship, career, healing, breakthrough, or other. But where in your life are you rushing something that God is asking you to wait for? All right, someone said relationship. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm going to applaud all those who are honest at the table. I think it's good. If you're going to sit at the table, you be honest. Judgment-free relationship. Someone said that. Where in your life are you rushing something that God is asking you to wait for? Relationship, career, it could be healing from a hurt, it could be a breakthrough, or other. Type your answer. Wrong timing. Good desire, but wrong timing. One thing I know is if you're rushing it, you're risking it. If you're rushing it, you're risking it. Okay, patience. It could be relationship, career, healing, breakthrough, other. If you're rushing it, you're risking it. The desire is there, but the timing can be wrong. And how many of us stepped out instead of waiting and rushed it? And realized by rushing it, I was risking it. Wrong timing. And what I want everyone to see tonight is there was nothing wrong with the desire. The desire seemed like it was wrong because of how I went about getting it. There's nothing wrong with the desire. Wrong timing. Okay, here's another one. Wrong method. Am I pursuing this outside God's boundaries? And this is when you want something God approves of, but you pursue it through forbidden means. He approved of it, but you're pursuing it through forbidden means. She could have gotten the wisdom, but it's the way, it was Eve's method of getting the wisdom. So that's when you want something God approves of, but you pursue it through forbidden means. Here's an example. You want financial freedom. That's good. So you lie, cheat, or manipulate to get ahead. That's wrong. Wrong method. So you compromise to try to get the financial freedom. Okay, here's another one. You want to be loved. That's good. But you compromise your purity, your identity to keep someone. That's wrong. Wrong method. Here's another one. You want to influence someone. That's good. But you tear others down to build yourself up. That's wrong. Check this out. Just because it looks like it's working doesn't mean it's right. Eve thought eating the fruit will make her wise. She got knowledge, but she lost innocence. She got what she wanted, but it cost her everything. Wrong timing, wrong method is number 2. All right, let me ask this question and see who's still at the table. Have you ever gotten what you wanted only to realize it cost you more than it was worth? Drop yes, or just drop the eye emoji, because I know this is a deep one at the table here. This is a deep question at the table, but I want to make sure we all still here. Have you ever gotten what you wanted only to realize it cost you more than it was worth? Type yes, or just drop an emoji. All right. Someone says there's always a price to pay. CC said there's always a price to pay when we rush and don't go about things the right way. Okay. Have you ever gotten what you wanted only to realize it cost you more than it was worth? Type yes, or give me one of those eye emojis. Wrong timing, wrong method. Eve got what she wanted, but it cost her everything. So that's the question. Have you ever gotten what you wanted only to realize it cost you more than it was worth? Okay, I like the emojis. Yes, or drop an emoji. That's the price of wrong methods. You get the shadow of what God intends, not the substance. You'll get the shadow, but not the substance. Wrong timing, wrong method. Here it is. Wrong priority. And this is when a good desire becomes an idol. Wrong priority. When a good desire becomes an idol, it's when you love the gift more than the giver. Here's an example. Marriage is a good desire. God designed it. But if it make you finding a spouse or making your spouse your everything, if you can't function without a relationship, If you compromise anything just to avoid being alone, that's no longer a desire, it's an idol. Or health. Taking care of your body is good. But if you're so obsessed over every calorie, if the number on the scale decides your worth, if you can't enjoy a meal without guilt, that's an idol. And an idol is anything that has more power over you than God does. And here's the test. If God asked you to lay it down, could you? If the answer is no, that's a desire gone bad and turned into an idol. Let's pause. Let that land for a moment. You can be so obsessed of something that you can't enjoy unless you have it or unless it's in your possession. But here's the question. If God asked you to lay that down, could you? And if your answer is no, that's a desire gone bad and turned into an idol. Wow. If you can see this, you're halfway to freedom. If you can just see this. This is a good discussion at the table. If you can see this, you're halfway to freedom, because the first step to breaking free from wrong desires is admitting they're there. You have to first admit that they are there. Something to think about tonight. And I know you're thinking because the table's not shaking. So welcome to the Eve effect. The table's not shaking, so I know it must be hitting home. Because the first step to breaking free from wrong desires is admitting that they're there. So how do you keep good desires from becoming destructive? That'd be a good question. How do you keep good desires from becoming destructive? Here it is. Before you pursue anything, ask God, is this your will for me? Is this your timing for me? Is this your way for me? Acknowledge him before you act. And don't ask for permission after you've already done it. Check your method. If you have to hide how you're getting it, you must be getting it the wrong way. If you have to hide how you're getting it, you must be getting it the wrong way. How do you keep good desires from becoming destructive? Before you pursue anything, ask God. Is this your will? Is this your timing? Is this your way? And don't ask for permission after you've already done it. Check your method. See how you're going about getting it. Then test your priority. I've always said, do an idol check. Do an idol check. Because idols always demand more than they deliver. God isn't against your desires. He gave you most of them. But good desires pursued at the wrong time, through the wrong methods, or as the wrong priority will wreck your life. Eve wanted wisdom, and God loved that about her, but she wanted it her way. And it cost her the garden. Don't make the same mistake. Want what God wants you to want, but pursue it in the way He designed. And then watch how the good desires God gave you actually become good in your life. And so when we look at that story, her desires wasn't bad. It was how she went about getting those desires to come into fruition. Wrong timing, wrong method, wrong priority. I'm Thomas E. Cunningham. Thanks for wrestling with this tonight with me. Here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Until then, don't forget to notice it, name it, and nail it with truth. See you next Thursday. Like, share, and subscribe the Eve Effect channel.